consult long government long Philippines bahami present them Sanogo.
Receiving the bronze medal is...
And the bronze medalist then being called up to the podium. Another famous win here for Vanuatu. I tell you, the depth of this team is just incredible. They'd racked up 4 gold medals earlier on today, Team Vanuatu, and these are Chinese coaches making a massive difference to them. And the dirt is that they're going to be helping prepare them for the Melanesian Games in May, which will be hosted by Vanuatu as well. We're going to be back here in May for the Melanesian Games. And here he is, Samson Laos. Started off as a very precocious talent a few years ago as a 15-year-old. Now, a few years later, he's back and he's found his form and he's running extremely well and running himself very close to a gold medal here in the men's 1500 meters. Be interested to see whether he hangs around. Our silver medalist is Martin Orovo. Took it up to the great Fijian today, but Patero just had him in the last 30 or 40 meters. It was a classy run again by Martin Orovo. He's had a great festival here as well. And now our gold medalist.
Receiving the gold medal is...
La médaille d'or est décernée à...
Receiving gold medal and we go on
Petero Vaiptolmaki, Fiji.
So Petero Vaiptolmaki then up for his gold medal, and a famous victory here this afternoon for Fiji. 4:19.10 really was never going to be about the times today. It was always going to be about the guy who could probably handle the conditions. And the late call as well, because remember the timetables here were knocked around. We're still on this adjusted timetable here this afternoon as well, with a couple of 4x400 meter relays to come, and then some hurdles events as well. But for the moment, let's pause for the PNG, or for the Fiji, excuse me, national anthem.
Of Fiji.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de Fidji.
all man, all woman, yes, can everyone let you me to respect the national anthem, long Fiji.
It was never going to be about the time today. It was all about the effort, and a big effort there by Fiji. Sees them come home with an important gold medal. So in the adjusted lineup then, we're not too far away now from a first 4x400 meter relay, not too far away. Women are down on the track. Three teams in this one. Now remember, in this 4x400 means that they're going to be changing down in front of us here in the main grandstand. Each girl will run 400 meters. They start in the staggers and then they break away late in the race. Always Always a very exciting conclusion to any track and field meet, the 4x400. And we're going to be meeting some pretty handy track and field stars as well that we've got to know over the last 4 days.
To the track for the final of the women's 4x400 meter relay.
Mesdames et messieurs, les finalistes 4x400 mètres.
In lane 3, the team from Papua New Guinea, Adrien Monarchy, Veronica Putin, Nancy Hannibal, and Esther Brown.
Mesdames et messieurs, team Papua-New-Guinée, André Monarchy, Putin Relly, Valmont Nancy et Baron Esther.
In lane 4, the team from Fiji, Andrea Mello, and Amanda Sinai, Selenia Nakatu, and Liliana Sinokono.
Just introducing us to our starters then. Monarchy will start for Papua New Guinea, Nalu for Fiji, and Narlin closest to us from Vanuatu.
Et les représentants de Vanuatu, nous avons Roselyne Naline, Manuel Issa, Esther Thomas et Harold Valentin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for the women's 4x400 meter relay, all quiet, please, for the start.
So they're asking for quiet then.
Mesdames et messieurs,
Monarchy leading off for Papua New Guinea, Nalu there for Fiji, and Narlin for Vanuatu. They've been running against each other all week here in Vila. Ready for a start. Women's 4x4. Remember, each athlete going to do a circuit of the track, and the baton changes will be right in front of the main stadium. Always very, very exciting.
On your marks.
Ready for a start in the women's 4x4. There will be huge support for Vanuatu here.
Set.
They're racing, and I'm delighted that they seem to have got their starting problems sorted out here at the moment. Fiji running very well. Nalu's putting in a great leg. You can see that she's really chewing up the staggers over there at the moment. Vanuatu, Narlin, Monarchy as well. So Fiji at the moment through Makarita, Nalu doing extremely well down that back straight. But now they'll start to hear this thunderous applause. Just wonder whether the PNG girl in lane number 3, Adrian Monarchy, done a beautiful job here. This wonderful all-round athlete, travelling nicely at the moment and just beginning to pull her in across the staggers. That's looking nice. That's looking really good as well. Couldn't be closer than that. Vanuatu at this stage. Here comes Nalu, just going to kick it in. She's had a big series of events as Monarchy. Nalu just finds a little bit more to get Tini away. Here comes Vanuatu, finishing off nicely as well. They're all tying up badly here, these girls. Can't see anything. The crowd's gone absolutely ballistic around us here in the Coleman Stadium. Vanuatu on their feet. They want to call home a really remarkable victory here this afternoon. But they've got some amazing runners to beat if they're going to do that. At the moment, here comes Fiji. Now you can see the figures out the back means that they can break across. Tinia here from Fiji doing nicely. Caputin in second place. Malrez is there as well. So Fiji, as they have after that great start by Nalu, just holding on to the lead. How are they going to find it through here? Vanuatu at the moment travelling pretty nicely. It's Fiji, Vanuatu, then comes PNG. Interesting at this stage, halfway mark of the women's 4x400. Vanuatu then from Fiji goes flying. Serena is away. Bit of a delay there as The girls from PNG once again have a bit of a problem. Nancy Malamut there, just getting hold of the baton late. Esther Thomas for Vanuatu, running well. Here's Serena Rangatu from Fiji, and I tell you what, Malamut is really storming down the back. She's going to go here. She reckons at a gold medal, this could be the all-important third leg. Malamut absolutely motoring down the back leg at the moment. She's gone over the top of Esther Thomas. Serena Rangatu at the front for Fiji, holds on. Is Malamut done too much too early? She's beginning to tie up. The Fiji flags all around me flying. So too the PNG flags. But the noise the Vanuatu crowd is making here is amazing. So Noko then is going to head home. So Noko takes it home for Fiji. Vanuatu, and look at that. PNG looks like she had to run on the inside. That was amazing. Valentine Hello is going to set sail for home. Esther Borman as well for PNG. There's going to be a big battle on the far side. And I tell you what, the local hero is bringing it home for Vanuatu. Miriama Noko here for Fiji, just powering home. All she's got to do is just concentrate. But there is somebody going to try and run it down. Her name is Valentine Hello. Valentine Hello is really pushing very hard, but here's Noko looking very composed. Fiji's going to come home for yet another gold medal. It's been Fiji late in the afternoon on day 4. They've put their track and field house in order here. So Noko comes home happily for Fiji. And I tell you what, there's a big win here in terms of the silver medal for Valentine Hello. Does well, and Esther Borman then from Papua New Guinea brings it home. So the girls, if we could get down onto the end, onto the track there, the girls have absolutely collapsed. There's Noko. I tell you what, that start from Makareta Nalu got them away to a flyer, and everybody was really pushing so hard. Malamut went hard for PNG in the third leg, tried to pull it back. But I tell you what, this team from Vanuatu, they've announced themselves here. They started the day with 4 golds, and here's a 4x4 team being able to hold off Papua New Guinea late in a track and field competition in this part of the world. Well, it augurs extremely well for track and field. All of a sudden, we're beginning to find some real depth in track and field. And there goes wow, that is just brilliant. So, it's all happening, to coin a phrase. But an important victory there in the women's 4x4. It was Fiji, well, restoring a little bit of calm here to the Fiji team. They took the women's high jump. And they've just taken the 4x4 as well, so their women's team doing extremely well. So now we make way for the men. And as you can see down there in the bottom of your picture, the guys are just about to get out and do their thing. There's a bit of a quiet here now as the men in the 4x4 just get ready. They're getting their final instructions there. So just a little bit of peace and quiet here for the moment before everything explodes into life again. But just letting you know that we have Wallace and Fortuna, Fiji, Samoa, Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea in this men's 4x4. Going to be very interesting.
Start to go through their final preparations. Turn your attention to the infirmary. Have the men's.
So just letting you know as well that we're in a very revised, there's our teams. Wallace, Fiji, Samoa, Vanuatu, and Papua New Guinea. And we're in the midst of a revised program here. So once we get done with this men's 4x4, we then go into the hurdles. We've got a women's 100, a men's 110, and then a 200 meters men's and women's.
Shot put, which can be seen taking place next door to the hammer cage on the infield.
All man or woman information from shot put when we start on the end of field. Boys carrying on Vanuatu, Marcelin Wailipo of Caledonia, Alex Penn from Vanuatu, and Simon Thierry from Caledonia, Manuel Caroleo from Vanuatu, and John Potito of Fiji.
See the runners there just getting some final instructions. Nelson Stone looks like he's got a start here.
The men's decathlon medalists please make their way to ceremony.
So some big guns being brought into play here in the men's 4x400, not too far away from a start.
Ladies and gentlemen, we turn our attention back to the track as we introduce the finalists in the men's 4x400 metre relay.
So the 4x400 then featuring Wallace and Fortuna. They've drawn lane 3. Fiji is in lane 4. Samoa in 5. Vanuatu is in 6. And Papua New Guinea is in lane number 7. So Victoria Dabrion will lead off Wallace. Fiji will be led off by Ravude. Alcoso from Samoa will lead them off. Tamathea from Vanuatu is their lead runner. And Aliel from PNG, pretty handy man, who's going to lead them out in their hope of trying to restore some order here for Team PNG, because they've seen a couple of medals slip out of their hands here today, and Fiji are probably travelling pretty nicely at the moment in terms of medal gets here this afternoon on day 10. So Wallace, Fiji, Samoa, Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea.
Lane 6, Team Vanuatu.
There's our lead runner for Vanuatu just being introduced to the crowd. Jaffrey Tamathui there. Frem Nathan will run second for them. Bernard Kapolo for third leg, and then on to Bradley Tower for gee, well, this is very interesting. Moen Boino is running, or is he just warming up? Is Moen Boino running?
Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists in the men's 4x400 metres. All quiet, please, for the start.
Mesdames et messieurs, man or woman, ici Mr. White on final of 4x400 meter relay.
Well, that's interesting. We are just getting confirmation. Indeed, there it is. Moen Boino running third leg. So he's going to have a busy afternoon, because he then goes on to do the 110 hurdles. Wow, we'll keep an eye on that one. Moen Boino running third, just getting it confirmed. Okay, ready for a start in the men's 4x400. PNG chucking their big guns at them. They want a gold medal out of this one. This will be very, very interesting. Ready for a start.
Set.
And they're away. This is the men's 4x400 meters. 5 teams: Wallis and Fortuna, Fiji, Samoa, Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea. Victor Dabrion, Wallis and Fortuna travelling all right at the moment, but just losing touch with Fiji's Ravudi, going very nicely again. Fiji, just like they did in the women's, putting in a big first leg. Samoa just trying to stay in touch at the moment. Vanuatu is there, Tamathea and Benjamin Aliel for PNG holding nicely on the staggers. He doesn't know what's happening on his inside, but everybody here in the stand, Kameli Ravudi is running extremely well at the moment, and I just wonder whether somebody's come out of their lane. Having a look around, Benjamin Aliel going to change on to Nelson Stone. They've brought out the big gun, has PNG. He'll run and continue to run in the staggers until the back of the track. I tell you what, Frem Nathan is going extremely well for Vanuatu at the moment as well. He's run over the inside of Nelson Stone. Has Nelson Stone still got it? They break across now. Fiji, just like they did in the women's. This is Tuivalangi going extremely well at the moment. Sayalossi looking really good in the lead. In pursuit of him is from Vanuatu, Frem Nathan, running his heart out at the moment and trying to hold on, as he has every time he pulls on the famous colours for Papua New Guinea. Is this man, Nelson Stone, desperate over the last 40 metres, going to try and move him up a position at least, being urged on by the great Mamboino, who takes over, but Fiji are away. PNG, Stone got them into second position. That's good. It's Vanuatu in second, and now being hunted down is the great Mamboino, beginning to make a move over the Tamaki here. He's just had a big race earlier on. Boyan beginning to make a move. Mamboino, Reverend Markey, I just wonder whether with that big effort earlier on, the head's already beginning to rock and roll. Huge. He's coming back again. He's so tenacious, this runner from Fiji. Mamboino going to try and hold him off. Look at this effort by Fiji. It's just unbelievable. Better them. There they go. Final leg. Who's got the better of it? Wailea from Fiji. Oh, he's a super runner as well. He's up against Ephraim Lurkham. Samueli Wailea, who is well, I tell you what, Bob Snow's a big fan of his. This man concentrating on his college efforts at the moment, wants to be a student teacher, really has compromised his athletic career a little bit for that. It's an important decision, says Bob Snow, but he's got his hands full at the moment because Ephraim Lurkham is lurking to move. Lurkham here for and it's an important win for Papua New Guinea. They brought out the big guns and it's paid off. Boino was there, Stone was there, and Lurkham brought them home. What a run, what a medal, and what an event here at the Mini Pacific Games Day 10. Brilliant stuff. Team PNG celebrates an important victory. They've held off the Fijians, but they had to bring in a couple of big guns to do it, and I wonder whether that's hurt Mamboino. That was a big win, huge win. And boy, I tell you what, so hard to see what was happening on the track. The crowd was everywhere. They're really getting into this. Absolutely amazing. Well, it looks like we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We're coming to you on day 10 of the Mini Pacific Games. We've got more action, can you believe it? We've got some hurdles not too far away. The women's 100, then the men's 110, and then we're going to finish off this incredible 4-day competition with 200 meters, both men's and women's. A lot to look forward to. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Physical inactivity kills over 75% of adults in the Pacific each year.
Teaching children about healthy eating and physical activity is important.
Helping children to be active at a young age could save their lives.
Encourage children to be active and eat healthy.
Encourage children to be active and to eat healthy.
Encourage children to be active and eat healthy.
I'm here with two of my colleagues and 10 of our physiotherapy students, final year physiotherapy students from Australian Catholic University. We've been involved with the Vanuatu Host Nation Medical Program for the Pacific Mini Games from early this year. It has been a little bit of organisation to ensure that we make this happen, and we were involved with first of all providing training for the local people of Vanuatu for sports medicine, in fact for sports injury management, on-field injury management, as well as ongoing management and rehabilitation. So we put out an expression of interest, and we had quite a number of students actually volunteer to come. We were only able to bring 10, and the students self-funded to come. But Van2017 was kind enough to provide accommodation and food for the students, and so they're staying at the village, which is also a very good experience for them. In July this year, Mark Brown, who is one of the other supervisors here with Australian Catholic University, and I came to provide some training for the first responders as well as for the medical team. So we actually run the first sports medicine training program in Vanuatu, and we had about 70 people from Vanuatu attend. And some of the people that attended were also from Eriko Village. And so we were invited by the chief of Eriko Village to come and visit and have discussions with them about being able to provide support for their football team, which which is doing very well, but also how to look at the potential for the legacy for the future from the Games. So one of the big things of Van2017 is that as an outcome of the Pacific Mini Games, there's a legacy for the people of Vanuatu, a legacy for sport and physical activity and movement for health. And so we're looking at how we can actually grow that or be part of that and grow it so that, that the people of Vanuatu can then be enthused about participating in sport, but also do it safely and with long-lasting effects. So we came and visited with the chief, and we had a lovely day, and we agreed that we would return with our students on the 10th of December when we're here during the game, so that we could actually then meet the community and discuss with the community the potential for ongoing collaboration and working together. We feel very welcome here. The chief made a point of saying that they're very happy to have us, very welcome. And as you can see from the students' interactions now with the local community, the community is welcoming us, and the students are having a great time being able to talk to them and discuss any potential sore backs and sore necks and sore knees that they may have. But also we've got some young players there that are upcoming stars for football, some old players that have had injuries, and so it's good to be able to talk to them about what they can do to make their quality of life better, to reduce pain, to reduce disability, and be able to have a much healthier participation in life. Well, I think the Pacific Mini Games has been a wonderful thing for Vanuatu. You can see from the people and the community and how happy they are and how welcoming they are of everyone. And the Host Nation Medical Program, which we've been a part of, has been also very successful. We've been welcomed by the local doctors and the local physiotherapists and nurses. We've worked alongside them on the field. We've worked alongside them in the clinic, and we're constantly discussing cases and learning from each other. And it's a wonderful collaborative relationship, and I think it is something that it's been a great lesson for our students, but also for us and for the local community as to how well we can work together for the good of the community. So I think it's great, and I hope we can do it in the future.
Rise up for the world to see. Shine, Pacific, shine.
The greatest gift that travel has taught me is how to let go and to be in the now. I find that when I'm on the road, I'm able to open myself up more to experience this almost on a daily basis, and I guess to find that beauty every day and to see the beauty in everything. Life is amazing. This is amazing, and that experience is something that I will never ever forget.
And welcome back to us here at the mighty Corman Stadium, final day of track and field, day 4, and what a day it's been, and really scrambling to bring it to you, but absolutely delighted that we can. Big headline here has been the rain, but that's meant a really adjusted schedule of events, and we've just finished off some amazing relays, and perhaps we might relive some of the moments with you, see what you think about some of this really absolutely dramatic. This was the men's 4x, and I tell you what, this was an event that P&G wanted to win, and wanted to win very big time, because they'd brought out their big guns. And those two big guns were Moen Bueno, who was going to run 3, and also Nelson Stone was in at 2. But I tell you what, there was another team out there that had some serious thoughts about that, and that was Fiji. They ran extremely well, Fiji, and really chucked it down. They really hit the thrusters, and it came down to the great Moen Bueno here, who had taken over from Nelson Stone, who'd been brought into the second leg, and Moen Bueno sort of steadied things here, but I tell you what, he didn't have it all his own way, and this was just absolutely brilliant running here by Tui Valangi, and also Ravudi had got them away to an absolute fly, and then it came down to this, and it was the two anchormen late in the day, and you can see the guys just about ran themselves to a standstill, but in the end it was Ephraim who came over the top here of Rayoli, and it was a brilliant and, in the end, emphatic win for Papua New Guinea, and also just sort of adjusted the medal table a little bit, because Fiji had had a beautiful afternoon here. They'd come away with a couple of big wins in the women's high jump, and also the women's 4x4. And Fiji, after that 1500 metres, or PNG I should say, after the Fiji's win the 1500 metres as well, just needed to sort of steady a little bit if they were going to chase their bag of 18 golds out of this place. And with this, they bring their tally back to 15. So the all-important medal count continues here, and that was an absolutely brutal but fantastic 4x4. Brought the house down. There were people all over the shop down here screaming and shouting. So now the 4x100 or 4x4 women's. And again, it was just nip and tuck between this very powerful Fiji team. But then some very big efforts. But we're just about to take you down as we enjoy these highlights to the women's 100 hurdles, just about to get started. But again, oh, look at that. You could just see the... And the women's 100 hurdles is just about to start. We'll leave the highlights there. There they are, our two runners, Jeanette Wakopo from Newcal and Adrian Monagi again backing up after her huge gold medal in the heptathlon and second in the long jumps. And they're racing then in this, the women's 100 metres, and it looks like Monagi at the moment, PNG, trying to hold on to this gold medal rush, and Adrian Monagi just hurdling beautifully here, winning comfortably over Jeanette Wakopo from New Caledonia. And so Papua New Guinea puts another one on the shelf, another gold medal for them. So 16 is their haul, 18 is the objective. But look at this girl go. She is such an accomplished all-round athlete. And as Bob Snow was saying, and not here today because of illness, look at her hurdling technique here. Beautiful lead leg high, and wonderful hurdling. And she really is a real talent. And Bob was saying the other day he thought that it might not be too far away before she has to make a decision about what events she really concentrates on. So the men's hurdles then will be rolled out. The high hurdles. So here's the start. Monagi all over this. Wakopo just beginning to learn the craft, but just look at the hurdling technique and the step pattern as well between the hurdles. You see this, just count them out as she comes over each hurdle. She's such a technician. Look at that beautiful lead leg, stepping so beautifully between the hurdles. And again, this front hop, just look at how straight she stays over the hurdles. Beautiful technique all the way down to the end here, and boom, thank you very much indeed. Another gold medal goes the way to Papua New Guinea. Beautiful hurdling. So now you can see the differential as well. Just look how high these high hurdles are going. Now the interesting thing here is that the men's high hurdle is going to bring out one of the big guns. And the big gun is Moen Boino. But he's got some pretty handy competition, because Pui from Tonga was there. He ran third in the 400 hurdles. Uruk Balma is there again. He medaled a little earlier on today. Moen Boino should be in 3. Haven't seen him yet. Olifioso from Samoa is there. Foliaki, Tonga as well. And Gunga from Fiji. Jepath, Vanuatu. And Kakavi from Wallace and Fortuna. But at the moment, I can't see the great Moen Boino, and I just wonder whether that 4x4 has really knocked him around and whether he's going to be a starter. Well, Boino should be drawn 3, just confirmed in that graphic. So where is Moen Boino? Is that him down there? No. Well, we're just trying to get some confirmation here for a start. Looks like Moen Bueno was a scratching out of the 110 hurdles. Well, this will be a little disappointing, but we don't think Moen Bueno is going to be fronting this one. They went for the Moen Bueno, I think, is a scratching out of this 110 hurdles. Yes, just getting confirmation. The latest start sheet we have here is out. He was drawn in 3, but that's gone to the New Caledonian now. So Ulrich Baumer will be running in lane 3. So just confirming that Moen Bueno is a late scratching out of the men's 110. He's out. So he was most definitely in up until this morning, but I think what they've done is they've brought him up into the 4x4, and they probably don't think he's had enough time to recover, so they've scratched him out of the 110 where competition would have been a bit tighter. So Pui is in 1 Tonga, Boama New Caledonia is in 3, Alefioso Samoa in 4, Foliaki Tonga in 5, Ngunga Fiji in 6, Japath Vanuatu is in 7, and Kavalvi from Wallace is in 8. So yep, I think the 4x4 must have taken it out of him, so he's a late scratching. So Moen Bueno is out of the 110 hurdles. Wonder if we could get a shot actually of the guys setting up these hurdles. You can just see how high they are. They're so just an update for you as well. If you are just joining us for track and field and you're expecting decathlons and all sorts of things, well, everything's been turned around. There's Moen, and he was scratched. He's a late scratching after that 4x4, we are told. He was to run lane 3. So there's Moen Bueno in the yellow strip just behind the starters. You can see Bueno down there. There he is. So this was going to be his event, but he's out. I think that 4x4 just took a little bit out, and you can see maybe a little bit of consolation going on there. I got a feeling that he might be a little upset. The feeling is that Bueno, I think within himself, it's very strange because I was talking to a couple of the team managers earlier on just after that 4x4, and they assured me then that he was a starter. But now you see him walking away shaking his head. I don't think Moen Bueno is a happy camper, and it's a shame because I do think he probably would have had a real chance of a second gold here in one day of competition. So the big news is that Bueno is gone, and that's going to open up everything for everybody else. Pui, who ran 3rd behind Bueno in the 400, is in. Ngunga is here too.
We turn our attention to the start of the straight track event 110
Valvi. Be wonderful just to take you down. Just quick have a look at these hurdles as they're being set up. You can just see the height of them. The men's high hurdles, just incredible. Okay, well, we're going to introduce you to an adjusted start line here. There is Pui, Talatala Pui from Tonga, running out of lane 2. There he is. Ulrich Baumer there from New Caledonia. This is the lane in which the great Moen Bueno was going to run, and it's a real with sadness I say he's not there. And a Fosia there from Samoa running in lane number 4. Foliaki Tonga would have to consider himself now. The two Tongans would surely be thinking, Nganga there from Fiji in lane number 6, he might be thinking as well, this could be a very special day for him. In fact, without Boino, Japeth, what can he do here? Digo Japeth, Vanuatu. Kavalvi here from Wallace and Fortuna closest to us. It's going to be fascinating. But Moen Boino, just to repeat, not a starter and not happy. So they're asking for quiet. Third last event on day 10 of the Pacific Mini Games track and field competition. 2 more events after this, the 200s, and it's all over. And that's all loud and clear. We've got 200 meters as well after the hurdles. And big afternoon here in Vila. We've got some wonderful boxing taking place at the indoor stadium. We can hear the roar from here, so we'll be taking you there momentarily. But first, the 110 hurdles. Pui, Bauma, Peter Alafesio, Foliaki Tonga in 5. Nganga, Fiji is in 6. Japeth, Vanuatu is in 7. And Kavalvi, closest to us, he's in lane number 8. Repeating the news, no Moen Boino. Boino a late scratching. All ready for a start. More instructions to the runners from the starter. Delighted to hear how much better the starting has been today. It's just been brilliant. Everybody can hear the gun. Ready for a start then. 110 hurdles for men. Wide open. Perhaps Pui in lane 10. Ran 3rd in the 400. Totally open this one. Could be anyone's. 2 Tongans. Could be a show. Japeth, Vanuatu in 7. Bauma, lane 3. 110 hurdles is running. It's anybody's at the moment. Pui travelling quite nicely in 2 at the moment. Also there is from Samoa, Peter Alesi. Everybody's stopped. It's stopped. It's a recall. It's a recall. Just when we tell them. Well, it looks like the guys on the inside heard it. Oh dear. So once again, problems at the start here. Let's have a look at it. Well, Pui got away quite nicely up there in lane number 2. Not sure whether he broke or not. Finished 3rd in the 400s. He'd be the guy that I would have thought might be the chance here. So we're back live. There's Pui. Now it'll be interesting to see what the starter says. He seems to be walking over. What sort of a colour card has he got? Looks like a green card from here. Starter looks like he's going for his stack of cards. I got a feeling they were shown a green card. So it was a technical problem, not a break. So once again, there's the starter. They're the cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an unsteady start. It will be a green card and no disqualification. We would ask that you all please be quiet for the
Just
start
wondering
of the race.
what is going to be handed out here. There seems to be some discussion.
Of this final of the 110-metre hurdles. It'll be Tonga in lane 2.
Doesn't look like anybody's been rubbed out. So the starter put in a general recall. It was a technical, so it was a green card, technical. So once again, problems here on the start line.
Ready to go, start. All quiet, please. On start, please.
So for a second time, the men's 110 hurdles. Tonga, New Caledonia, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, Vanuatu, Wallis and Futuna. Ready for a start, 110. Pui, Balma, Alefesio, Foliaki, Tonga, Nganga, Japheth, Kavuvi, closest to us from Wallis. For a second time, they get the 110 away, and once again, it is the Samoan travelling well in the middle. Pui's there with him as well. Nganga's not too far away. It's coming up on the inside. It's Bauman, New Caledonia, and look at this. Nganga's going hard out. Tonga too. Wow, Pui, I think, might have just got it. Pui came up well. Bauman was there. Peter Alefieso from Samoa, but Pui backing up after his third in the 400. Looks like he's won himself here a gold medal. Very difficult to see. And the man who thought he probably should have been there, who beat this man into third place in the 400 just the other day, stalks off. Moen Boino. There's Pui winning it easily. Comes up in the last few strides over Peter Alefieso, Samoa. So they're the Tongans. Well, it's been dramatic here. Lots of rain, lots of action, lots of gold medals, and one for Tonga. Right now, we're going to take you across to boxing, because I tell you what, the indoor stadium is absolutely full, and Benny Pike is at his peak.
The crowd's erupting now at Corman Stadium, and why wouldn't they? Roy Sari from Vanuatu up against Gerard Pavensky from the Solomon Islands. Red and blue corners, this is the light welterweight 64 kilo division. My name's Benny Pike. It's my pleasure to bring all the action to you, not only tonight, but also tomorrow when we do the finals. 10 bouts in all tomorrow, from the light fly all the way up to super heavy. We've got super heavies tonight, 2 of them, a couple of light heavies and middleweights as well. There'll be some fabulous fistic action this afternoon tonight. Don't you go away, you sit down, grab yourself something to eat, as the Papua New Guinean referee Joe Epi issues the instructions. You've got the taller Solomon Islands, Roy Sari. Now, they've got 4 in the finals already. Can this young man, can he make it 5? They're both orthodox. He's shorter. In fact, Pavensky is very, very tall. Very tall man for a light welterweight. Now, whether he decides to go on the attack, now those punches didn't land. Vanuatu and the Solomon Islands shorter of the two. He's the orthodox in the red. Now this crowd will start to warm up shortly. They know what's at stake tonight as the local boy goes on the attack. Now the Solomon Islands taller, longer arms. You can see how far he's standing back. Oh, a bit of an alley shuffle. Whoa! That was too far away. He needs to get in close before he throws the big ones. I got him then! He's got him! There's the count. He's going to jump in. Yes, he does. Oh, and the crowd's erupted. What a punch. What a punch. They're on their feet, the flags are waving. What's he going to do? Oh, he's throwing him from too far away. Oh, hang on. He clipped him with the right hand. The Solomon Islands has got to put his head up. He's warned him. Now, he's warned both of them. One for putting his head down and the other one for punching over the top. But what are you going to do if the guy your opponent puts his head down? They're not brain surgeons, they're boxers. Oh, and the alley shuffle again. Oh, the right hand caught him, he's gone. He's gone, there's another count. He wound it up. Oh, and didn't he let it fly? What's he gonna do? If I was a Solomon Islands fighter, I'd be standing back as far as I can. In fact, I'd be on the next island. He's gone. It's over. It's over. It's all over. The referee stopped it. The referee has stopped the fight with an RSC. In round one, well, there's number 5. Vanuatu. And what a final that'll be. So John Yumi and Roy Sayre are going to meet in tomorrow's final. Here's the decision. Oh. Doesn't get any sweeter, does it? They threw them from a long way away, but when it landed, it was good night. Great sportsmanship shown there. We'll be moving up into the welterweight division next. Now we'll try and see, well, that was one of the counts. You'll see the Solomon Islands boxer really had no defense. There's that right hand, then another right rip to the body. Well, it actually caught him on the side of the temple. Wonderful. Wonderful. The referee immediately stopped it. Well, David Wachowski, the referee.
Standing by. And welcome back to us here at a fantastic final day. Day 4 of track and field at the Mini Pacific Games, and what a day it's been. We've had all the headlines, we've had medals go all over the shop, and now we've got 2 more events to finish off competition. It's the men's 200 meters, not too far away, and then we're going to finish it up with the women's 200 meters. That will bring to an end 4 days of amazing competition. Got a couple of teams still chasing some medals out here. One of the big conundrums today that I think PNG will have to ask is, why didn't Moyen Borno run in a men's 110 hurdles, which we just saw run and run? But that'll be a question, I'm sure, for another day. We've had some fantastic decathletes go round, and we've also had some great track and field events as well, in very difficult circumstances and conditions here today as well. Conditions dominated by the weather, which came in early, didn't move far, and has basically left us sort of in this rather wet and compromised condition. But I must say, this wonderful Corman Stadium has responded so well. So too is the audience, the track, the crowds. They're all here in numbers. And the drainage off this amazing stadium has worked absolutely magnificently. Conditions, in fact, will be almost perfect for today's runnings of the 200. There are our runners. Mento from Vanuatu on the inside lane in 1. Toa Vanuatu inside him. Piniao will be running in lane number 3. Ran a 21.56 did Piniao in the ANQ Championships. Massau from Samoa, second in the men's 100 metres. Just having a quick look as they're flashing through. Charles Livian is there as well in 5. And the man that was disqualified in the 100 metres, Aaron Powell, he's running in lane 6 today for Fiji. There he is. Steve Lawton, Vanuatu, out in lane number 7. And then the man that won the 100, Marai, out in lane number 8. It's a long way out, and I don't quite know why he's out there, but usually the quicker guys are on the inside lanes. But there he is, all the way out in lane number 8. So the MC is asking for quiet here as the start is about to get underway in our second last event here after 4 incredible days of track and field, the men's 200. Fastest man in the Pacific is in lane number 8, closest to us. Nazmi Lee Marai, Papua New Guinea, did a 21.64 in Suva. Steve Lawton on his inside. The man disqualified in the 100. Aaron Powell will run out of lane 6 on the white strip. Charles Liverone there in lane number 5 from Papua New Guinea. Second in the 100 metres was Kelvin Masso running in lane 4 today, representing Samoa. Theo Piniao did a 21.56 at the ANQ Championships in Queensland. He's in 3. Bradley Toa from Vanuatu runs in lane number 2. And Brandy Mento, 5th in the 100, is on the inside lane. Theoretically, the toughest of them to run because it's the tighter angle around the bend. But some guys quite like it. Very technical sport, this one. First 40 metres, crucial. The start, getting into rhythm. Then the all-important bend, coming around and then transitioning onto the straight. Very, very important. Some guys are very quick in a straight line. They can't put it together when it comes to running around a bend like this, and not quite as good in the 200s. Some people absolutely relish the big bend and coming around to the roar and the acclaim of the crowd. And I tell you what, the boys are going to get that tonight. It's going to be very quiet over there on the far side. The breeze just to their back, so they'll be running with the wind as well. And I tell you what, when they come round past the big enclosure there that you see just to the left of your screen, the roar from this crowd bringing them home will be quite magnificent. They will absolutely run out of their skins. This could be a very quick time. Wind doesn't look to be too much of a problem. Fastest man in the Pacific, closest to us, but he's out in lane 8. Can he hold them off from out there? 200 metres. They're racing in the men's 200, and I tell you what, it looks like the great starter from Fiji. Aaron Powell got an absolute beauty at the moment. Running on the inside is Massau as well, looking very even. But out here is Marai as well. They're beginning to even up. Who's the stronger man? Marai looks like he's good at the moment. It's going to be Papua New Guinea on the outside, and then I don't know, maybe on the inside. Mento could have come up, but I got a feeling Marai's done enough out here. In lane number 8, he's held them off. Powell did a beautiful piece of running. He came off the bed absolutely beautifully, did Powell. But I got a feeling this guy's held them off out of lane number 8. And Mento closed so fast, the man who ran 5th in the 100 as well. We've got to see the replays for this. Difficult. The crowd all over the place out here as well. We've got to see the replay. Sensational stuff. And you can just see how the guys were transitioning, the different strengths and weaknesses of those runners as well. The point that we were making just before we got them underway. Starts that first 40, then into the bend, and then as you straighten up. But I tell you what, Nazmi Lee Marai, I think, has done the job. He's held them off running out of lane number 8, which is a very difficult thing to do, because usually the quicker guys are on your inside, but I think he had enough. Looks like we got an issue here as well. Didn't see him go down. So that's Charles Liverone there. I don't know what... Charles Liverone. So Charles Liverone being stretchered off. We still haven't got confirmation yet. But I think it's, we're just having a look at the electronic. In 8, it was 21.66. So we think that it was indeed Nazmi Lee Marai running lane 8, held them off. This is Charles Liverone, Papua New Guinea. Don't quite know what happened. Didn't see him go down over the line. Boy, it's been all happening here today. I'll tell you what. Rain, bit of thunder at one stage, bit of lightning, gold medals. Fiji reasserting itself, coming back with some good and memorable wins here today. Papua New Guinea asserting itself, and again here now, bagging its 17th gold medal, I think, if this is confirmed. That's place 5 for lane 6. We're interested in place number 1. We think it was lane 8. Need to have a look at a replay because the Withermen aren't too far away from a start. So here it is again. So look at this, Aaron Powell, just absolutely brilliant start, and look how he's unfurled that stagger. But I tell you what, Nazmi Lee Marai here really begins to motor, and there he is in picture. Really beginning to step it out in lane number 8 and trying to hold them off. There was a lot of action on the inside, everybody going hard. There he is, he wins it, and there might be a dip as well. So Piniao in second place, and Brandy Mento, I tell you what, Vanuatu might have just been sneaking into third as well. But that was great running. So it's a gold double then for Nazmi Lee, because he's taken out the 100 and he's done the sprint double here. So PNG sprint double. I don't know what he was doing out in lane number 8, but whatever it was.